everybody, it's Tiffany with Ready Set Crop, and I'm here on this Monday night to do a live process video with you. Thank you for joining me in the virtual craft room. I have the Super Duper Boy papers tonight that I am going to use, and I love this collection because it is bright and fun and the kind of colors that I like to use in my scrapbooks. So I'm going to pull out the papers and show you what I'm going to be picking through. I haven't even looked at these papers yet. So we've got a yellow stripe. Ooh, that's really cool. This like yellow lightning bolt. We've got this aqua kind of brick pattern with some aqua spirals, some orange and white dots, and then with just some solid orange dots. This black and white grid that I love, and then black and white with handprints. These blue stars, and then, oh, these are cool, like eyes and eyelashes, that's fun. And then these blue and white stripes, and this blue, like chevron kind of design. So really fun, bright colors and patterns, which I love. And then these are the stickers that coordinate, that are also really fun. Dinosaurs and rainbows and fries and Legos, really cool borders. And you know, I think you might think like, oh, I have to have a little kid to do this. Well, I have kids in college, and then I have nieces out of college, in middle school. So I don't have any little kids, but these papers are just fun and you can use them for anything. So I'm going to use them tonight. My niece got her hair cut last week and did this really cool cut. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with that, because I want to use this sticker that says Epic. So I am going to get started. Hi Gail, thanks for joining me. I also pulled out just a solid sheet of gray cardstock and a piece of white that I'm going to use to map my photos. And the gray, I think, is going to be a really nice backdrop for all of these bright patterns and colors to be up against. I think that's going to look really cool. My son came home today from college. So Wesley came home, Eliza left back for summer semester. So I did a swap of kids. I've had Eliza home with me for 2 weeks. Now she's back to school. So I'm gonna start by matting my photos. Eliza and I were scrapbooking all last week, and somewhere in the cleanup yesterday, my little personal trimmer that I use to trim photos disappeared. Hopefully she didn't bring it back with her to school. That would be sad. So I'm gonna use my big 12-inch trimmer, which I don't normally use for photos, but that's all that I have to use tonight until I find that trimmer. Although this one is nice because you can do really fine cuts with it. I just like the guillotine for my photos. So my daughter printed 65 plus photos last either Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember which, and scrapbooked all of them between Tuesday and I think Saturday afternoon she finished. She's working in the Happy album, which is, yeah, Eliza was using it, Karen, and where did it go? I don't know. It better not be in Boston. I can't find it. It didn't go far. I have a tiny little house, but it's somewhere. So she got her Happy album out on Tuesday and started scrapping and did all 65 photos between Tuesday and Saturday. She did her whole summer 2021 album which is so much fun. And you know, she does a very basic kind of, I don't say basic in a bad way, I'm just saying she doesn't go crazy doing embellishments. She does her photo, she does a story, she adds some washi tape and some stickers, and she's done, and she moves on to the next story. And her album is so cute, and she's got a whole album of her summer 2021. And on Tuesday, she was like, I'm not gonna do it. It's too late now. Now it's already summer 2022, and I didn't even finish the album because she had done maybe 2 pages last summer. And I said, no, you can't give up. So I said, just get it started and see how it goes. And obviously it went okay. She did the whole album. So I will do that as one of my lives one night this week. I asked her permission. She said it was fine. So I'm going to do that, or probably next week actually. I'm going to do that as one of my lives, just a walkthrough of her happy album all completed, because it's really fun. And it's great to see different people's styles. And especially the way she did her album, it's a good way to see how you can really make a quick and easy album. You don't have to go crazy doing all kinds of embellishments. Even though we love embellishments and they're really fun, you can make simple, beautiful, fun albums. So I printed 2 of my photos as 3x4s, and I did one as a 4x6 because I wanted to highlight Amelia with her haircut and that smile on her face. She was so happy about this haircut. And so then I just did 2 smaller ones just to show the sides and the back of it. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut a bunch of these papers. And I'm just gonna trim a 1-inch piece from each of the patterns. And because it's double-sided, I'm just doing 1 of each, just trimming it to bring it down to 11 inches. And just trimming an inch. I suppose I could have done this ahead of time so you didn't have to just watch me trim 1-inch pieces off of paper, but this is what we're doing. Oh, I love this orange. It's so fun. I'm not sure if I'll use the black, but I'm gonna trim it anyways. If I don't use it for this layout, I'll use it for something else because, you know, I love to save my scraps. Like the good pack rat that I am. So I haven't moved all of my scrapbooking furniture and supplies into my craft room yet. My craft room's in my basement. All my scrapbooking stuff is in the garage. And I have all those white cubes, you know, from Michaels, and I have different cabinets and things like that. They're all out in the garage, and they're way heavier than I thought they would be. So I just broke the news to my son that guess what he gets to do this week? Since he's home, he has the pleasure of using his muscles to move all of Mom's stuff out of the garage and into the house. Oh, now I'm gonna trim these all in half. I forgot that part. So I'm going to, now I have these 1 by 12 inch pieces. I'm gonna bring them all to 6 inches and I'm gonna trim them in half. And I'm doing 2 pieces at a time because you can with this trimmer. It's with pattern paper. You can put, because pattern paper is thin enough, you can put 2 pieces in here. You wouldn't want to do this with cardstock, but pattern and paper is fine. So we have our Ready Set Crop Spring Fling coming up this week. So tonight is the only night I'll be doing a live this week because then I'm just gonna be busy prepping and packing and everything. But I figured I could at least get 1 live in beforehand. So what I'm going to do now is just take each piece, and I think what I'm maybe gonna do is I'll put a yellow up there and then I'll flip it over and put a yellow down here. And then I'm gonna put this orange one down here because it's heavier, and flip this one and put it up here. So each one, I'm just gonna put the darker opposite of where the other one went. So this one is darker, so it's gonna go up there. The lighter one's gonna go down here. This one, the darker one's gonna go down here, and the lighter one is gonna go up here. So that fills up one whole side of my paper. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and stick them down. I didn't really take much time to think about that, but you don't have to think about it when you're using a collection, because all the colors coordinate. You know that everything's gonna look fun. We're gonna go well together. Maybe not necessarily fun, depending on the layout that you're doing. This layout is fun. Super easy way to incorporate a bunch of colors and patterns, or use up a bunch of scraps. If you have a bunch of scraps laying around, this would be a great layout for using scraps. Now, this is not going to be lined up perfectly, and that's not going to bother me too much. I'm going to reverse these. Just take your time doing it. If lining it up perfectly is something that will bother you, you know, if it's not perfect, then take your time. I'm really going fast because I'm doing this as a live and I don't want to take too much time to put this together, because you get the idea. For the most part, as long as you cut them all, I mean, they're all, in theory, 1x6 pieces. You could also use your repositionable for this. That way you can pull it back up if it's not lined up right. And I should have done that to start with. So let me grab my repositionable just to show you. Hey Jen, yeah, I'll check my messages afterwards. So I just switched over to the repo just to show you. So if this wasn't laid down right, I could easily pull that up without damaging the paper underneath it. Last piece is that yellow. Throw that down. And so you can see somehow I ended up with, this is a little bit bigger, so I just kind of have it overlapping. That's fine with me. Now I'm going to take my big picture here. Now I feel like this is blending in, so I'm going to grab a piece of blue. Let's see what I have over here. Kind of dull. Let me see what else I have. I don't have all of my papers in my craft room, so it's a bit yeah, that's better. All right, I'm gonna double mat this one, which is a really nice thing to do when you want to highlight a photo too, is to do a nice double mat on that one. And because this one's going to be laying on top of the patterns, it's a really busy background. Double matting that is just going to give it a little bit more weight and a little bit more emphasis. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Bring it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to overlap all of these like that. Okay. I think I'm going to grab my foam squares and pop up my other two photos. I think that would be a nice look, just to pop those up a little bit. They also have this collection in Super Duper Girl, which is still really bright colors, but just more pinks and turquoises and things like that. Amelia would not be happy if I used pink on her layout. She's not a pink girl. I already asked her if it was okay that I used her photos for my live, and she said that was fine, but certainly can't use pink. Should not be happy with me. Okay, so now because this one is going to layer on top of that, I'm not going to put pop dots. I'm not going to put my foam squares here, but I'm going to do this L here. Got to remember where it is. I'm going to do that L because this section is already going to be raised because of the photo behind it. I want to make sure that it's even. Oops. So if you are not crafting with us this weekend, but you're in the area, you're welcome to come by Great Wolf Lodge. We'll be there from Thursday to Sunday, and you're welcome to stop by and visit, shop with us, Karen and I, shop with our other vendors. So we have Creative Memories, Stampin' Up, Kiwi Lane, close to my heart. So feel free to come by and visit. We love visitors. Okay, where are my stickers? Okay, so I'm going to do Epic New Haircut, and then I definitely want to use, I think I'm going to use the black and white along here maybe, but let me put my, I'm going to do my title up here, and then I can do my journaling down here. See what I have for pens. I'm just going to do a really simple kind of skinny block print. And then I'm going to take a gray marker, and this might not really show up, but I'm just going to highlight the left-hand side of each one so it kind of looks like a shadow. Oh, thanks, Mom. Yeah, it's a fun layout for Amelia. So I'm gonna grab some black and white border to put on the side here. I'm gonna turn this sideways. Just kind of tuck it barely underneath. And this, Amelia has very curly hair, so this curly Q border is kind of perfect for her curly hair. I'll just trim that little squiggle off the end there. And I'm going to check my other things to see what would go. I think that this Positive Vibes Only is really great. So I think I want to add that one. I like that one, and I also really like Be Bold. So I'm just trying to decide. I think I'll put Positive Vibes Only here. And I'm gonna look for my blue paper that I had a moment ago. What did I do with it? Oh, I was hiding it. Okay. I'm gonna put this sticker on the navy and then trim it. Thanks, Karen. So this one just says Be Bold. I'm gonna mat this on the navy so that it stands out against the pattern, and I'm gonna tuck it. I'm gonna need foam squares for this one too. Just so I can tuck it along the side of the photo. But because the photo is popped up, this needs to be popped up as well. Otherwise it would bend because it's the same height. I'm putting it on the same layer as the photo. So I'm gonna turn this one, tuck it right in there. I mean, that's just perfect. This was a bold haircut for her, and it's really cool. I love this, don't grow up, it's a trap. That's awesome. I'll definitely have to use that for something. I'm gonna grab this star. There's another star. Oh, there's a few stars, cool, okay. Grab a couple of these stars. And then I'm just gonna write my journaling in right there. Of course, I'm just gonna do my last final thing to outline because I love a good messy outline along the edge. Just to pull your eye in a little bit. My cat made it down here once again, seeing if he's gonna make it onto the table. Last week he made a nice little cameo walking across the table. Just a quick outline. And I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna do my little bit of journaling here and add the date. But that's really all that this needs. I love how fun and simple this was. 24 minutes from start to finish, and that's with me chatting to you. So really fun. And you know what? I can take this and completely copy it, but do it with the Super Duper Girl papers, and it would be a totally different layout. And you can also, you know, make the same design and turn it this way and then have your photos up here. If you're doing a 2-page, you can have either your pattern go across the center or have it on the left and on the right for a 2-page. But a really fun way to combine a bunch of patterns or combine a bunch of scraps. Grab your scraps and see what you can put together with this. Oh, thanks, Diane. Thanks, Gail. Yeah, I like doing the outline. I think it just brings it all together a little bit, especially when you have such a busy background. It's nice to kind of tone it all down a little bit. But yeah, this was really fun to do, and what a quick and easy layout. So if you end up scrap lifting this, which I love when people do, feel free to tag me in it so I see how yours came out. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight in the virtual craft room. And I won't see you again this week because we'll be getting ready for Ready Set Crop, but I'll be back again next week. So until next time, happy scrapping. Bye, everybody.